EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Set for a good matchup in the NFC South. So glad you were with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is a division you know a lot about, and the rivalries within this division always kind of gives you a good game when it's NFC South against NFC South.
Yeah, and this is a division, Mike, that I've lived in for a long time in my career. And at one point, you can make the argument that it was the best division in football. But right now, it's the quarterback uncertainty. Do we have the quarterback of our future? Did we just draft one? Did we just sign one? What does that look like? 2 of the 4 teams, brand new coaches taking over control to start this season. No division won fewer games last season. They've got a lot of work to do before this division can hold a candle to some of the others we see throughout the NFL.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. Downfield, got him, man, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate through the passing game. They've essentially ignored the ground game up until this point. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Xavier Woods.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by the veteran, the one they call the Red Rifle. Dating back to his old days at TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
The man known around the league as the Red Rifle, and what an NFL career he's had up until this point, Mike. I mean, think back. At one point, he's the Pro Bowl quarterback routinely leading his team to the playoffs. Now, he's the experienced backup. He's bringing a lot of veteran presence to every locker room he finds himself, and one thing's for certain. When he gets a shot to play in the game, you could certainly do a lot worse than having him in your starting lineup.
Dalton to throw it right away. That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Legette. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Tremble comes in motion. Dalton to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. To throw is Dalton. That's into the hands of Mingo. 12 yards. On that hookup, it's a Carolina 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Tremble comes in motion. On the ground, this is Hubbard. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Here's Dalton. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
Now it's Dalton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. The motion man is Johnson. Dalton. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Avery Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Open man downfield. That's London. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Cousins to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Play action now. It's Cousins. That'll be caught by McLeod. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. Left side in the hands of London.
They were able to connect on the comeback, but I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's complete to McLeod. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Drake London, touchdown Falcons.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Dalton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. Seems like they got a little lazy. They got locked in on maybe 1 or 2 of the offensive targets. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll try and run here with Sanders. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now Hubbard, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Dalton, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
That one on target to Moore. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Mingo, the man in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Back to throw. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Now the 2nd-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Second down, Cousins. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's the tight end pitch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Atlanta. Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Give him 18 yards on that one and a first down. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will dive into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Raheem Blackshear on the return, and he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. To throw is Dalton. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Dalton to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Leggett. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Dalton. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now it's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 41 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Sanders. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case,
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. Here's Dalton. That one taken in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Panthers. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers move back to within 1. Halftime, coming close, And not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get them 5 yards. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for the next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That into the hands of Hubbard. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Tremble comes in motion. They'll look to throw. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's right side. Taken in by Tremble. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And He's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will get into the end zone. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons will up the lead to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Throwing, Dalton. Checking it down, this one is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now Dalton. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
First and 10. Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A run on first and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now here's second and goal. Throwing now, Cousins. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it away.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on third and goal? Throwing his Cousins. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Now they'll set up to throw. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Dalton. That's taken in right side by Leggett. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second and a yard. Cousins gonna throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
This one caught at the 4. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out.
It is brought in the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The official right there to call it. You cannot go out of bounds and then be the first guy to touch it. So that draws the flag. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Dalton. That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Matthew Judon in there for the sack.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Here's Dalton. It's caught. Mingo with the grab.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
Here's a third down and 4. Now it's Dalton. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. They'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Throwing, Dalton. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down.
Still third down.
Now Dalton. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they...
A second effort, and he is in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll try the right side with Robinson. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On first down, right back to Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Third and 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Mingo, the man in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.